Hello, hello, and thank you for checking out my channel. My name is Johnny Alchemy from johnnyalchemytarot.com, and thank you for tuning into this video. For today's pick a card reading, we're going to look into the full moon in Leo going on tonight. So in general, the moon represents our subconscious mind, deepest feelings, and also hidden motivations that we have within ourselves. So when the full moon is up, this illuminates all those dark, hidden, or buried aspects within our mind for us to acknowledge and analyze. By doing so, we're able to release a lot of old energy from our system and to make room for new opportunities to enter our life. So when the full moon is in the sign of Leo specifically, this lunar phase is asking us to be very brave in our personal expression. So just like that lion's roar of Leo, it's asking you to express your deepest feelings, repressed experiences, and also to use this invigorating Leo energy to heat up our emotional depths, if you will. By doing so, it will exercise all of that old pent-up restless energy and to make room for new things to come in. This is a great opportunity to connect with the sign of Leo, to find true bravery, fearlessness, and also the ability to radiate from within. So if that all sounds good with you guys, this is going to be a general reading. So some messages will apply to you. Take that as your wisdom and insight from the universe. Anything that doesn't apply to you is probably a message meant for someone else. And as always, you can pick another pile to see if that resonates better with your current energy. So I want to thank you so much for your openness and understanding. I greatly appreciate it. And let's look into the different piles that we have for you and see which one resonates with you for this full moon in Leo. Okay guys, so we have the 4 piles here for you to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I would suggest taking a moment now to pause the video, to take a few deep breaths, center yourself, and then when you're ready to choose the pile that is resonating with you the most. After you're done, go down to the description box below and click on the corresponding timestamp, and I will meet you there for your reading. Okay guys, thanks. Talk to you soon. Okay, for those of you who chose pile 1, this reading is for you. Let's check into that full moon in Leo energy. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so what's being revealed to you right now is we have the star card right here. Another beautiful type of nocturnal, illuminating type of card. So here the star is talking about the universe aligning for you. All these stars representing our chakras right here, showing that's coming into proper alignment and everything is starting to synchronize for you on a very personal level. So with this new moon in Leo energy, as I said, embodying that lion's roar to kind of find that fearlessness and bravery from within, to radiate from within. This is very much in alignment with that energy. So if lately you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities in your life, repeating numbers, deja vu, dreams of any kind, this is the universe communicating with you. I always believe, humans, the mundane, we talk through words, life and, the spirit and everything like that communicates to us through experiences and untangible things like feelings or emotions or dreams. So there's something here telling me, in this illumination with the full moon, that is starting to ask you to look deep within to understand your most authentic self, because that's what the star card is, that the universe has your back, that it is in alignment with trying to get everything in alignment to support you, to help you cultivate who you are, and to be very much aware of it, and for you to embody and embrace it on a certain sense. Something that needs to be acknowledged, we have the 9 of Pentacles here. Very similar energy, that these 2 women, very similar looking, has that kind of almost this spiritual here and the mundane with this Pentacles right here, talking about earthly matters. But with this card, the 9 of Pentacles, especially reversed, it's asking you to that if you have been trying to invest a lot of energy in yourself, it could be something with money as well, either your work or your business or side hustle, even personal health or well-being. If you've been just, putting a lot of time and investing a lot of work into that, and you aren't really experiencing the joy of it, the happiness of it. This is asking you to really stop and smell the roses a little bit, to kind of put the brakes into, to kind of see where you are in life. Because here, even in the reverse, this Knight of Pentacles, she is in such a bountiful beauty. She has all these pentacles in this garden that she's made for herself. All this land is for her. Even there's a castle in the background, that's her home. She is the one who has the independent woman who has given everything that she needs. She doesn't need anyone else. She is self-realized. So here, even in this, in the reverse, is asking you that there is a lot of abundance around you. There's a lot of abundance to be had and to be experienced. But you have to sometimes release yourself from the goal, if you will, and understand it's so cliche, but is about the journey, not the destination. When we focus so much of saying our happiness is somewhere far away from us, is in a journey or goal that is somewhere not attainable yet, you are removing happiness from your current moment. You're removing happiness from your present moment. So again, it's like saying to stop and smell those roses, to look around you and to see that, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but does that mean I'm not happy, or that there's not happiness to be had, or that there is not abundance in my life in any way? Just because I'm not at my financial status that I want, or job status that I want, or business status that I want, does that mean that I haven't attained anything, that I haven't grown or learned or found some type of feedback or result or outcome that has been positive? So you have to kind of be aware, again, be aware of the journey and not just make it all about the destination. I say that because we have the Knight of Wands reversed here, something that needs to be released. Talking about, again, a journey, talking about the wands, using that fire energy, Leo. Whatever you've been trying to attain in your life, whatever goal it is or mission that you're trying to accomplish, the way that possibly that you may have been doing it, or the awareness that you have currently of it, there need to be some balance that needs to come into play here. To balance out, obviously you want to achieve, you want to accomplish, you want to get the things that you want, but to also understand that, just because you don't have it yet, you should also be aware that, you've come a long way, that you've grown, that you've learned, that there is wisdom and happiness to be had at this current moment, even though your goals are not fully accomplished yet. So something to be released here. If you have been coming across any type of challenges or obstacles in your path, and you may feel like that your plan of manifestation isn't coming into full fruition, or that you've been experiencing a lot of difficulty, maybe it's time to release some of that pressure, some of that baggage that you may have on your goals, and to understand and realize, okay, I'm no longer going to live in the future. Let me just put that aside for a second. Maybe I need to stop and regroup and see where I'm at in my present. What is around me right now that is beautiful? What is around me right now that is bountiful and abundant? What can I be very grateful for at this current moment about who I am, how much I've done in my life, how much I've accomplished on my certain goal already? And even though I'm not at where I want to be, I can still be grateful for how far I've come. So here, in terms of something to be released, that Knight of Wands, talking about that fire energy again. Don't burn yourself out. Don't keep trying to push forward when you are meeting a lot of resistance. Maybe this is, again, the universe aligning something for you to gain this type of awareness or understanding. Sometimes the universe puts these obstacles in our path so that we can learn a lesson. It's kind of crappy, I know, but that's the way that we learn sometimes, because it affects us on a deep level. And that's how we learn and really internalize those lessons. Because if it didn't matter to us, then it wouldn't really sink in. So sometimes the universe has to challenge us. It has to put these things in our way so that we can be aware of what's going on and understand the purpose of the messages that are trying to come to us. And so something that needs to be expressed here. We got the King of Cups here reversed. So here, King of Cups, something that needs to be expressed. If there's any type of built up emotion or anger or frustration, whatever it is, from, let's say, if you have been trying to do something and it has been kind of difficult lately, let it out. In terms of something to be expressed, let it out. We can I understand sometimes like way too much about like, trying to be very strong when we are going through such difficulty. Sometimes, yes, we do need to be strong, but there's a lot of strength in letting it all out, just being completely honest with yourself and saying, I'm freaking frustrated. I am tired. I am whatever it is, and to really let that emotion go so that it's not something that you hold on to anymore, or not something that you're trying to repress or to challenge or to fight anymore. It's natural to feel frustrated. It's natural to feel tired and fed up sometimes when we get results that we don't want. But again, this full moon in Leo is about being honest and about being able to express those deep or suppressed feelings so that we can get it out of us and that we can actually move on with a higher awareness, move on with our journey with better understanding of what it is that we want, and also to understand, our present moment, to see that, especially in this reading here, that there's a lot of stuff going on that could make you much more, that could make you feel very happy. You just have to release the idea of happiness being out there in the future, in your destination or dream, whatever it is. There's happiness here to be experienced now. We just have to look around and be aware of it. So again, expression here, I can almost see, because we have the star card here in terms of what's being shown to you and what needs to be released, is kind of emptying out all that negativity or all that, any type of repressed emotions right here with this King of Cups. And you see here with the star card, she has these jugs filled with this spiritual waters right here. Release the cup of the old stuff here, of all the built up frustration or whatever it is that you may be feeling, and allow the universe to fill you in with this enlightened type of emotional waters here. It's kind of saying, that when we can release everything here, when we find this new awareness, we can release all that old pent up energy and to, again, understand the purpose of why things are happening and understand it on a deep and spiritual level. So by doing so, you can kind of understand, okay, why did I go through this? Because I had to learn probably a little bit more personal awareness. I had to learn that, it's the journey, not the destination. I had to learn that, that happiness is something that I can experience every day. And it's not just something that I experience by achieving goals or by achieving something that's so far in the future that is not even part of my present moment. So here there's a big, I could see here a big message about being very much aware of who you are, of how much you've done and how much you've accomplished, so that you can start reaping in and experiencing that happiness that you rightfully deserve at this current moment. So that you can kind of release also any type of pent-up frustration or emotion that you might have felt, and allow spirit and your highest self to kind of, wash those waters and kind of cleanse yourself of any of this old baggage, if you will. And allow that new spirituality and that new understanding, awareness, and wisdom to come into yourself. So in terms of something to bring all this together, we got the Ten of Pentacles. As I said, something to be acknowledged, this Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then you have the next card, Ten of Pentacles, a full cycle or circle. So if you take this message, if this does resonate with you, and if you take this message to heart, understanding that there's happiness and abundance right now, and that you should stop and smell the roses in your current moment, you can start to see here a full circle, that a complete circle, that there is abundance raining down on you, and not just you, but also your community, your family, your friends, loved ones, whatever it is. Also telling me something here, looking at this card, that, with the Ten of Pentacles, that abundance, comes also from those relationships. So, your community, your family, your friends, when we get so caught up in our goals, we think it's just about us, and we can get so hyper-focused on our journey. But then we forget about, all these people, our support systems and social circles, whatever it is, that are around us, the people that support us and love us, who can kind of be that third party to reflect back how far we've come, to kind of see ourselves in a different perspective. So here, if you can really just stop and smell the roses, to really just take to regroup and take full accountability and inventory of your current moment, you can start to see how much abundance is actually around you right now. Not just monetarily or materially, we have two pentacles here. but how enriched your life is with your relationships, with how far you've come on your journey, maybe monetarily and physically too, but in general, just like an idea of full abundance. Again, the Ten of Pentacles is about raining down that joy, all that money, all that abundance around you. And that's the universe here, giving that to you. Again, I just saw it right here, the star card right here, right above this Ten of Pentacles. You know, you see all these stars aligning for the Aquarian woman right here, and these stars here are also raining down on these people on the physical realm. So just like the spiritual realm here, the stars are aligning so that it can give you abundance, but you just have to be aware of it. You have to understand that it's around you now, and it's not something that is far from your current moment. So let's turn over some oracle cards and see what else we have. Let's see. Ooh, okay, gotcha. Let's see. In action. I love it. Okay. So first card I see here, we have Yang. This is talking about the masculine fire energy. So, you know, we have masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang, etc., etc. We have that duality of life. So here it's using this masculine energy. And, you know, as I said, if there's something that you've been trying to achieve or manifest, this is something that is very much talking about this energy. But, you know, other than just, you know, using this energy to manifest and take action, this is very much like the Leo energy, that fire energy, and Leo is represented by the sun. So it's also just being able to radiate, to find warmth from within, to find fire from within. And it's not just about doing, but it's also about being. To be like that sun where you are attracting things around you. You are people where the world and also everything just revolves around you. So you don't have to be chasing things anymore. Things don't have to, you don't have to feel like things are out of your scope or out of your range. There are things around you at all times. Very much like that Leo energy and this Yang energy. There are things around you at all times. You just have to be aware of them and look at them as something to be grateful. All those opportunities, all those relationships, all this abundance that is here. And so come to the edge. This is another one. Come to the edge. I can almost see here, like, you know, coming to the edge and seeing the scope of everything. Seeing the scope of everything that you've been through. You know, I have a feeling it's almost like taking a leap of faith as well. Because, you know, when we kind of release ourselves from just trying to get to our goals and like trying to take all of that baggage and responsibility and accountability on ourselves, sometimes we have to let go and let the universe or energy or whatever higher power take control. We have to sometimes come to the edge and take that leap of faith and to trust the process, to trust that everything that we've done or are doing is enough, and to enjoy our moment at all times, to enjoy our present moment always, and that, you know, our dreams are not something that takes away our happiness. It is something that always cultivates our happiness for the better. So here, coming to the edge, I can almost see here, you know, this woman is dancing and something beautiful. She's almost dancing to the edge, and she has this certain levity, this certain free spirit about her to flow with the universe and to dance around and to see everything around her. And again, let's see, another word here, word of power, action. Again, that's this yang energy in action. So here, if you really have been trying to make some type of goal to manifest, looks like something in the physical realm, whether it be health, money, material, wealth, whatever it is, you know, you're trying to make a big change in your life and to create a real change in your reality, you know, be careful and understand where your actions lie. How do you use your action? Do you use it in a way that is positive? Or do you use it in a way that holds you back ultimately? So here it asks you, how do you use this yang energy? How do you use this energy? Do you just keep on pushing forward and not understand what's going on within? Because if you do, there's a certain imbalance there. You have to be in proper alignment with your action. Just like that star card, everything has to be in alignment. Otherwise, you just end up using that fire yang action energy, and next thing you know, you're kind of off the path, and then you get to a point where you realize, why am I doing this? Where the hell am I? You know, why am I off the path? I feel like I'm not even in alignment with what I truly want anymore. So it's asking you to be very aware if you have been kind of steering away off the path in a certain sense, or you feel like you have lost your way in a certain sense as well, that you have to realign your action. You have to realign this yang energy about where you are spending your ability to manifest and also your willpower. So here, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of great things here. I love seeing the star card, especially with this talking about a new moon Leo, and there's a lot of fire energy represented as well. That yang energy, the action card, also with that Knight of Wands right here. So whatever goal you may be going through, if this reading did resonate with you, understand, that there's a lot of happiness. Stop and smell the roses. The universe has you, is doing things right now, even if it is challenges and obstacles, it's trying to teach you a greater awareness, to try and expand your mind and to see how much happiness is around you at this current moment versus somewhere far away from you. So I really hope that this reading did resonate with you. If it did, shoot me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, don't forget to click that notification bell to stay in touch for future readings. Thank you so much, people in Pile 1. Thank you for allowing me to read your cards. I think this was honestly a very good, positive reading for you. You can learn a lot of great new awareness. So I want to say thank you so much again. And stay in touch. I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Thank you. Okay, those of you who chose pile number 2, this reading is for you. Let's check out your energy behind this new moon in Leo going on. Okay, so now let's get these here. Let's clean this up. Bam. Okay. So let's look into what is being revealed to you right now. We got the Ace of Pentacles here, reversed, Ace of Pentacles. So in this new moon in Leo, something that's being revealed to you. If you have been trying to start a new business of some kind or a new line of work, side hustle, or even just trying to gain better health, this is something for you to consider if this resonates with you. In the reverse, it's saying that you may have come across some obstacles already. Again, you're trying to manifest something very tangible, something very real, trying to either gain some type of abundance or physical change in your life. So here with the reverse, just saying that you may have come across some challenges. Maybe there's things that you didn't take into account. When it comes to the Pentacles, maybe that you might need to do some more learning of some kind. You might need to also increase your skill sets in a little bit, in a certain way, and also maybe to do some research and to understand exactly what it takes to get this off the ground, if you will. So with this Pentacles, it's kind of saying, that Spirit wants to give you this Pentacle, but it just seems to be slipping out of your hands a little bit. It's something that you don't fully grasp or understand possibly at this current moment. So understand that it's there for you, that it wants to happen, and if this is something that you want to happen too, that it's out there and the opportunity is available, but there's still something, and you need to increase your skills in a certain way to allow it some type of foundation for it to stand. Something that needs to be acknowledged here, we got the Page of Cups here reversed. Page of Cups, so something emotional. The Page of Cups, they're dreamy. They like to think about their dreams and their fantasies, and also to be very creative in a certain sense. So this is telling me that if you do have a certain dream that you've had, this is the time really to acknowledge it. And there's some sort of, again, with this full moon in Leo, talking about our hidden emotions or hidden motivations behind things. So if there's a dream that you've had, this is the time now to really acknowledge it. So, but in the reverse, it's saying, looking at this Ace of Pentacles too, it's saying that you need to start giving this some concrete form. To take this idea and this dream from your mental aspect and to start putting it into action, to start giving it some concrete form. I always think of water here, just like what this page is doing. This page has a cup full of liquid, full of water. Water becomes whatever container that it's in. You put it in a chalice, it becomes the chalice. You put it in a bowl, it becomes the bowl, etc. So using that idea is the same thing. You put your dreams out there in the real world and you give it some type of form and some type of structure. Your dream becomes that. That structure becomes your dream. And so now it's manifested and now it's real and something that is existing in your reality. So just in that way, and very much in that line of thinking, if you have a new business or a new idea that is very much in alignment with a certain dream of yours or some certain deep fantasy or aspect within yourself that you want to see happen, you may need to start again shifting from that dream state into a more concrete type of state, so that everything is not so abstract, everything is not so up in the air, if you will. You need to bring everything now to a more grounded sense, where you start having to experience what it takes to go through it, to make it happen, to learn the things that you need to learn in order to see success. Again, giving this true form and concreteness. So something that needs to be released, I think we got the Hierophant here reversed, very much like this, talking about this dreamy state, if you will. Hierophant reversed, talking about your own personal, learning your own personal moral compass, learning your own unique traits, accepting them, accepting who you are as the individual versus, who you're supposed to be in society. So really forging your own path, if you will, and understanding of your special uniqueness that you offer to the world. And this is very much in line with your dreams, probably, with anyone's dream, It's always something unique to them. It's always something that is special to them. So something that needs to be released here is very much in alignment with that Page of Cups, saying, you understand who you are. You know who you are deep down inside. You know the dreams you want to accomplish. You know your fantastical aspirations out there. So there's no need to dwell on that anymore. You know that. You understand that. Now, as I said, it's like that time to shift from the abstract of dreams and fantasy now to something more concrete in terms of how can I make this happen? How can I make this into something, real, something tangible in my own reality, in order to really start this journey right, to give myself a strong foundation, and also to really ultimately cultivate the skill sets needed to make it happen. So moving on, we also got what needs to be expressed. Five of Wands right here. Again, the Hierophant is number 5, and we also have 5 of Wands also. So here, talking about any type of internal frustrations from this process. It is very frustrating when you are a very creative person and you have very big and grand ideas, or whatever it is. Creativity takes so many forms. It could be musical, artistic, expression-wise, being a good writer, anything like that. It is very daunting for someone who is creative to start thinking about the business aspects of things. I know that very well. So to be thinking about that, it's almost like it takes away from that energy. And so there's a certain frustration that I can see with that, that everyone experiences. It kind of almost takes away the fun, takes away the glamour and all the shine and sparkle to your dream when you have to start weighing it down with the mundane groundedness of, trying to make it a sustainable business, or how can I survive off of this? How can I make money, etc., etc. So there's something here where, again, with these 2 5s, there's a certain balancing act here, if you will, versus knowing who you are here, in terms of knowing your dream, knowing what it is that you want, knowing that your own personal moral compass, versus the frustrations of trying to make it something viable in today's society, of making it something monetary, making it something tangible, making it something where you can gain a certain profit. And to ultimately, it always comes down to this, for everyone to be happy in what they're doing, to have freedom in everything that they're doing in the line of work that they want, and to just live the most, fulfilling and free and genuine life that you want for yourself. So here, in terms of this new moon, it's saying to yourself, that there is a new opportunity out there for you, for your dreams to become a reality, to start making that real. But it's going to take a certain balancing act between that, to find whatever container it is, whatever tangible thing you want to put your dreams into, to make it something real, something for you to play with and form, and to shape into your reality, to make that part of it. So here, as I said, in terms of a type of advice from your highest self, we got the Queen of Swords right here. Queen of Swords is about this exactly. It's about having your mental and your emotional states of being in proper alignment and being in equilibrium. Very much like the Justice card, not being like very cut and dry, knowing the truth, knowing who they are, but being able to kind of release the emotion, if you will, and to do what's necessary with all the pertinent information to make a proper decision for what they really want. So the Queen of Swords, she is kind of the least emotional of all the queens in the tarot. So she's not very upfront or, on the surface, very emotional, but she knows how to make good decisions. And not to say that she's not in touch with her emotions, but she uses them to make proper decisions. If you know deep down already what your dream is, and if you know how much it means to you, and if it's truly something that you want to create in your life, and you have to shift your way of thinking, if you will, then you just know that every decision that you have to make has to be the betterment to make that happen. Sometimes, we have to do things again that we don't want to do when it comes to our dreams. Sometimes we just want to be creative and create, but then we also have to balance that out with, okay, now I have to try and find a way to market myself or sell something or to be profitable or to be sustainable so I can continue doing this. So there's a balancing act here. This Queen of Swords is telling you the same exact way. You have to keep your mind and your ideas and also your heart and your emotions in proper balance. Because if you are just all emotion and all dreams and all fantasy, that's all they're going to be. Something abstract that will never really give you anything in life except resentment. If you just let it stay there, if it's something you want to make real. The same exact way, if it's just all about money and all about trying to make a profit, but you're not happy or fulfilled, that's going to just lead to resentment as well, and you'll lead an unfulfilling life ultimately. So here, there's that balancing act. This Queen of Swords is telling you that you need to use your mind and your heart in proper alignment. You need to have them in the same way, in the same form, if you will, so that you can make your dreams a reality and have everything available to you at all times. So let's look into the Oracle cards and see what other messages they may have for you. Let's see. Deep knowing and soulmates. Deep knowing. So again, deep knowing, this Hierophant card and also the Page of Cups here. Deep knowing. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know what your dreams are. Again, talking about something that needs to be released and something that needs to be acknowledged. Okay, you know who you are. You have a deep knowing in terms of what it is you want out of your life and what that entails. Possibly something creative that you want to make profitable. So you know that you are a creative person. You know you have a lot to share, probably even something intuitive, maybe something psychic here with the waters as well. But you know you want to share something out there with the world that is in that type of realm. So you already know this. And look, deep knowing, we actually have the moon here too. So deep knowing, you know this about yourself. You understand that. So as again, it's saying for you to release that. There's no need to focus on it anymore. You know it. You know it deeply. You know that it's deeply part of you. So let it go. Let that go so that you can start focusing on how to make it real, how to make it into something tangible in your life. And then we also have soulmates here, soulmates. So again, that idea of, well, two things. Well, the idea of, water and earth, the water becomes whatever container it's in. They are soulmates in that, in terms of creating something real. Creating to have that relationship where it becomes a new reality, something to be experienced. It's no longer something abstract, and it's not something just barren and unsustaining, like just earth without water. So it needs that relationship. They are, in a way, soulmates because it creates a reality. It creates life, if you will. And also here, maybe this is a call for you for soulmates if you have a partner, if you have a friend of any kind, someone who could kind of ground you. If you are a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, you may need to contact an earth sign friend. Get anyone, not necessarily an earth sign friend, but anyone who can kind of ground you. Maybe who can give you some advice to kind of, be your sounding board, if you will, for ideas, and also to really help you find some tangible action to make this a reality. What can you do to really start making your dreams come true and making it something real? So soulmates, reach out to those who you care about. If you do have a lover or partner of some kind, reach out to them. Make them understand, that you want this in your life, that you are very passionate about it. And now, how can I make this a reality? Ask them for their help. Ask them for their advice or support, whatever it is. They are here for you. So let's look at the last card, trust. Trust. And we also have the square here, right here, the square. As I said, it becomes something, whatever container that you have, that water is in, it becomes that container. It's something real. So the square here, and trust, trust this process. Understand that even though we have to put our ideas and imagination and dreams to the side, and we have to focus on how to make it real, that could be a very difficult process for some people to get used to. But you have to trust that process, because that is what's needed in order to make it happen, to make it a reality for you. It needs a container to sit in. It needs something real to exist in, your dreams and your aspirations. So understand and trust in that process. It could, there's a certain balancing act, as I said, with all of this. So you have to trust that process in order to really make it happen. And just seeing that square here, it's almost like it's like there's this empty space here, this empty square, and it's waiting for your dreams to take form. You just have to understand what this square is. What is the concrete, vessel you want this your dreams to exist in? What does it look like? What does that business structure look like? What does that profitable structure look like? So you have to understand that and use that earth energy in unison with that water energy to make it something real. So overall, I think there's something here, as I said, something very much related to your dreams or fantasies. Again, seeing this moon card here, that deep knowing, you know what you want to do, but it's just about how to go about making it happen. And again, what's shown to you is that you may need to increase your skills. You may need to increase your knowledge and do some research, and to really start looking to some higher learning as well, in order to make this happen. And lean on those around you, lean on your soulmates, because they are here to support you. They're here to help you understand and give you some new insight and perspectives toward your goals. And above all else, that Queen of Swords. Use that Queen of Swords. Put your mind and your heart in balance. Try and do what's best to make this happen. And kind of keep the emotions at a very equilibrium level. There's no need to focus so much on this Page of Cups here, thinking about your dreams and ambitions or whatever. You know what you want, but just focus now on trying to make it happen. So overall, that's what I see for your reading with this new moon in Leo. I hope it did resonate with you, pile 2 people. Overall, I think there's a great opportunity for transformation here, and to start getting some really good headway into making something happen. So if you did enjoy this reading, make sure to shoot me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to also click that notification bell to stay in touch for future videos. And I want to say thank you so much again for allowing me to read your cards. I very much appreciate that. So thank you so much again, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, for those of you who picked pile number 3, this reading is for you. Let's check into your energies behind this full moon in Leo. Let's see. Head up a bit. Okay. Let's put those right here. Okay, so let's look into what is being revealed to you right now with this full moon. We have the Magician card right here, Magician card. So this could be a great time for you to start manifesting something into your life. If you've been feeling very empowered lately, feeling very connected with your highest self and your intuition, and also understanding what it is that you really want to be achieving in life, now is the time to really use this power of manifestation. This is all about empowerment right here. This new moon in Leo may be telling you that you are strong, you are able to manifest things. Also that you have all the tools available right here. As you can see with all the different suits of the tarot on this altar, you're able to connect with the above and the below to create something on this physical plane by connecting with your highest self. And so you are the reality of all that. You are the powerhouse. You are the manifester of all of these things. And also this is the divine masculine energy that's within all of us. So this is all about willpower. This is about creation, that manifestation, and being that medium in between the divine and the mundane, the spirit and also the earth. So here, you are able to create your reality. This is what the Magician is all about, that you have the power and ability to create whatever you want at this current moment. You have all the resources, you have all the ability and all the competency to do so. So now is the time for you to really take advantage of it, should you want to do that right now. Something that needs to be acknowledged. The Hanged Man. A lot of major arcana here as well. So the Hanged Man, something that needs to be acknowledged. Again, talking about that Magician card, saying that you are able to manifest things. understand here that whatever you want to manifest will take time. Anything that is good or fulfilling to a person, the individual, is going to take time, and there will always be challenges if it's worth it. So understand that, the power of manifestation is a great thing. It's actually truly powerful and wonderful to experience, but it is not something that comes easy. It comes through knowledge, through awareness, through work, also proper alignment of energy and putting it out there into the universe. And also time. That's what the Hanged Man is all about. So, understand that, you can feel empowered and you want to manifest things, and that's great. But there's going to be it's going to take a while to make things happen for true manifestation to take into effect. Also, something with the Hanged Man here, talking about a certain perspective you need to learn as well. There may be something here in terms of a perspective, because he puts himself in this position of hanging upside down to see the world from a different view. And he's able to attain a certain enlightenment here. So there's something here you need to learn, and to look at either your situation or your life, or everything that you're doing, even your goal of manifestation. You need to see it through a different lens, probably, or from a different way. I see here, especially I saw this when I was playing the cards, we also have the High Priestess, something that needs to be released here. Because right after the Magician, that's the number 1 card in the Major Arcana, we got the High Priestess, that's number 2. So that's like the next step that you take. You go from your Divine Masculine and you embrace your Divine Feminine. So something that needs to be released here is this High Priestess card reversed. And talking about the moon and moon cycles, we got the moon right here as well. So any ideas here that maybe that you're not intuitive, maybe that you aren't spiritually inclined in some way, that you are disconnected from your highest self or your intuition, that you're also disconnected from your deepest desires or dreams or intuition or subconscious mind, whatever it is. There's something here that you need to release from that we all have intuition. We all are psychically connected to something greater than us. That we're all connected to energy. That's what this all is about. Energy, the universe, each other. There's always an energetic exchange with anything and everything we come into contact with. So we are connected, both spiritually and physically. So understand here, something that needs to be released. Any doubts in your journey in terms of your intuition. If you are intuitively called to manifest something, to make something happen, go for it. That is your deepest knowing, your inner guidance system telling you that this is what excites me. This is what makes me happy. This is something that I truly want passionately in my life. I'm called to this for a reason. And so I want to see this happen. I'm telling you to go out and make it happen, to get it, to manifest it. And that's telling you that you are in proper alignment with your highest self and your intuition. So any ideas here that I can almost see here, that progression from the Magician to the High Priestess, from being something where you're trying to create something on this physical plane, but you do it by working with your highest self and with spirit. So connecting with yourself intuitively as well. And so something that needs to be expressed here, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups here, I see this because, the Queen of Cups, she is the second most intuitive person in the tarot, next to the High Priestess here. So something that needs to be expressed is this Queen of Cups energy. The fact that she is able to sit by the sea, meaning that she is in touch with her emotions. She's able to sit at the edge of the shore, her feet touching the water. She is in touch with her emotions. She's also very intuitive as she looks into that chalice that is in her hands. She's able to reflect upon the greater mysteries and the greater wisdom that is out there that she has within herself, and that's also reflected throughout her environment. So here, in terms of something that needs to be expressed here, is to really acknowledge your spiritualness, to acknowledge your connection to your highest self and to your intuition, to play with your intuition a little bit as well. Maybe not to take it so seriously. I always say that when you see synchronicities like repeating numbers, deja vu, dreams of any kind, etc., that relate to what you're going through, that's the universe communicating with you right there. That's it saying, hello, how are you? This is my message to you, etc., etc. So that's, be playful with it. Understand that our intuition is there for us in many different ways. It's there just to guide us and to help us also realize that we're taken care of, and that we're not alone throughout all of this. So here it's almost saying this is kind of like the transition or stepping stone to this high priestess energy. You go from the divine masculine, then you have to start to get to know your intuition a little bit on a personal level, and to understand your power that you have emotionally and also with your intuition. This is kind of the stepping stone to realizing your high priestess energy, from going from divine masculine to divine feminine. So here there's a certain balancing act, to get, again, be in complete balance energetically so that you can manifest something. And I guess this kind of is the perspective I was talking about with this hanged man energy here. If divine masculine and divine feminine are two polar opposites of energy in our life, you go from the hanged perspective, going from upright to hanged. It's like seeing the different perspective, seeing it from another point of view, from the feminine point of view. And also to really own that energy, to own that spirituality, to own your ability to connect with yourself and your highest being. So again, in terms of manifesting, also, to manifest, you have to be in proper alignment with your spirit, so that what you're manifesting is truly genuine to what you want. So that's where this all comes together. We can manifest all we want. We can manifest all the things we want, etc., throughout our life. But do they make us happy? Do they make us fulfilled? Do they make us feel genuine and real? Do they make us feel like we are fulfilled on a very deep level emotionally? And if they don't, that's because we're not in alignment with our spirit. We're not in alignment with our emotions. So it's very important to use that masculine energy, but use the feminine energy to guide it. That's the inner knowing. That's how the intuition works in unison with that masculine. So what we have here in terms of advice from your highest self, we got the five of swords right here. So again, swords being the element of air and also our mental space, releasing any ideas that you are not connected to your spirit, that you are not psychically connected to the universe or energy of any kind. Release those ideas, release those thoughts, because they are the ones that are trying to sabotage you in a certain way. Our mind tends to do this. Our mind has the ability to create all these fears and illusions or obstacles, limitations, whatever it is in our life, because sometimes we just never have experienced it. But sometimes we have to just let those go and realize it's just illusions. They aren't real. They are not real because we still have yet to experience them. They have yet to come into our life and manifest, but that can only happen when we are receptive and accepting to that coming in. So again, let go of any ideas that you are not intuitive, that you are not in touch with your feminine side or divine feminine energy at all, and understand that you have to express this to yourself. You have to let this out there and say that I am in touch with my emotions. My emotions are my intuition. I know my inner voice. I know what I want deep down within my subconscious mind. I know my deepest knowings. So again, let go of anything that is not in alignment with that. Let them go and come to peace with that. Don't let them go with anger. Just understand that, okay, this is where my mind is. But I know something better about myself. I know something deeper, that I am intuitively inclined, and those experiences will show themselves when the time is right. Not on my mind's timeline, not on what I feel is right by me. It's dependent on the universe. It's dependent on the energy out there that I have yet to experience. So again, let go of any type of those limiting belief systems. Let them go. Let them walk away from you. Understand that you're fine, and that that now is the time for you to connect with yourself intuitively, because that is what is available to you at this moment. So let's look into some oracle cards and see what else we have. Let's see. yin. Okay, so yin, talking about the divine feminine energy, and the queen of the high priestess here, the only reverse card in your reading. Here, the yin energy, talking about the divine feminine, connecting with your divine feminine energy, connecting with your intuitive mind, your subconscious, your psychic energy, all that stuff. Connect with all of it, because it's saying that it will balance out your manifestations in alignment. It'll bring everything into true alignment. And I feel like this is what you need to do. That's the process that's going to take the longest in order for you to gain this new perspective, to balance out those two energies together, so that when they are in balance, you can finally remove yourself from this waiting period and move on into proper alignment toward your goals. So connect with this yin energy, connect with that divine feminine. It's asking for you it's reaching out to you in a certain sense. It wants to form a relationship with you. It's saying, I'm here, be open to me, be receptive to me. Allow me to make myself known in your life and allow us to have a relationship together. So connect with that. And again, and we have another card, time to go. I almost see here, very similar to this 5 of Swords right here. This man, he is letting these two opponents of his, when they had a little skirmish, a little struggle together, a little even play fighting, and they're leaving. Time to go. Let those thoughts go. Let any type of doubts or limitations or belief systems that are not beneficial to you, let them go. And also, this is kind of saying that time to go, like not just letting something go, but also to kind of, when the time is right, you'll know, and that you'll know when to move forward. Again, when you balance out this masculine and feminine energy within you. So it's almost saying, time to go in terms of letting people go, and time to go that you will know when to move forward. You will know intuitively, obviously, talking about the yin energy and divine feminine, you will know intuitively when you are in proper alignment to move forward. So 2 very good cards. I mean, to get that yin energy and have all this feminine, especially literally the divine feminine energy of the tarot in there, that's amazing. So let's see. Okay, in terms of your word of wisdom or power, we have the unconditional love card. So love, emotions, there's no real gender to it, but we talk about emotions, and that's generally more feminine. Learning love for yourself in all of this, unconditional love. To remove, again, the doubts that you are not a fully complete person, that you lack spirituality, or that you lack the ability to connect with your higher self, or to connect with your emotions, whatever it is. Unconditional love is something that you learn, and that you have to go through experiences in order to really embody that feeling. To love yourself regardless of what you tell yourself, what you may believe sometimes, all that stuff. To understand that deep down inside, that the unconditional love is what takes precedence over everything. And it's something that, again, that's learned through this balance of this masculine and feminine energy. This idea of, that you have to have a balance of everything in life, and when you are in balance, when you are in the center of everything, of all those dualities that we experience, that's when you experience oneness. That's when you experience peace. That's when you experience unconditional love, when you are in the center of all things. So here, this is saying that by connecting with your feminine energy, and to really start connecting with your intuition, you will learn a certain unconditional love for yourself from this journey. Again, by bringing that duality of the divine masculine and feminine into balance. So overall, I mean, I think this is kind of epic sounding, this reading, seeing all these major arcana cards, and to see the magician and the feminine high priestess all together. And also just literally seeing the yin card talking about that feminine energy as well. To have all that coming into play, it seems like there's a certain buildup of energy leading towards something epic. You have this divine masculine, divine feminine, and then ultimately it goes toward a path when you reach that center. So here, if this did resonate with you, I mean, this seems kind of epic. I don't know, there was never really any specifics here talking about in your reading, but there's a lot of powerful energies coming into play for you to really, I guess, make whatever you want, to transform that with that magician card, to transform that energy into whatever reality that you truly want when you become aligned with your highest self and intuition. So use that, be aware of that, and ultimately, balance that energy, because it could lead to a great manifestation for you down the road. So if this reading did resonate with you, I hope it did. Don't forget to shoot me a like. Don't forget to also subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click that notification bell to stay in touch for future readings. And I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye. Okay, those of you who chose pile number 4, this reading is for you. Let's look into your energy behind this full moon in Leo. Okay. Okay. Lots of swords. Let's see. What else? And... okay, so what's being revealed to you at this current moment? We got the 6 of Swords here reversed. 6 of Swords. So this card is all about transitions, moving from one side of this river to another. Swords also being our mental state. So this could be anything in our thought processes in terms of during this type of transition type of period. And it could be any type of transition. Some people might be going through one relationship to another, different emotional states from happiness to sad, because life goes, through those ups and downs. It just could be an energetic shift of any kind as well. So whatever type of transition you may be going through right now, this full moon in Leo may be trying to put some awareness into how it affects you on a much more deeper level. Especially when it comes to the reverse of the 6 of Swords, it may be a little bit rougher to go through this. The waters may be a little choppier to navigate. Also, it just might not be the best transition. It might take a little bit longer to go through. You might have to take some time for yourself and to really be aware of where your emotional or energetic levels are at this current moment, just to make sure that you don't come across any type of exhaustion of some kind. I kind of see a few cards that might suggest toward that. So here, that 6 of Swords reverse, talking about, transitioning from one energetic state to another, regardless of the catalyst as to why, but you're moving on from something that needs to be acknowledged here. We got another sword. We got the 4 of Swords here reversed. 4 of Swords. So again, if you are going through a certain transition of some kind and it's starting to really wear thin on you mentally, or just actually in general, this 4 of Swords reverse talks about the need for rest, the need for sanctuary, the need for safety and security, and to really just relax and repose, to kind of release any type of expectation of I should be better, I should be this, I should be that, to release any type of expectation or guilt for not being these things that we are expected to be, and to just give yourself the time and the space to rest and relax, to recover. Because there could be suggestions here with the 4 of Swords, possible burnout from this transition, from moving on from one energetic state to another. It could put a lot of toll on your mental aspect as well, because there's a few swords here. So it could really start to create a lot of guilt and a lot of heaviness on your mind. It could start to cultivate and foster a lot of negative belief systems that may not be really true to who you are, and just might be just part of the situation of what you have to go through. So here, there's a lot of things to take into consider, seeing all these swords and seeing a transition and possible burnout. So let's move into what needs to be released. 7 of Swords here reversed. Another reverse sword. So here's talking about what are the lies that we tell ourselves. What are the illusions that we play in our heads that are not necessarily the complete truth to the situation. Because here, with all these swords, again, if you're going through a transition and it's starting to take a toll on you in every aspect of your general well-being, we could start to feel very ill-equipped to handle life. We could feel very incompetent. We can start to feel very bad about ourselves, and also to really feel like we are incapable of handling life, or that we're a mess, or whatever it is. And those are the lies that our mind tells ourselves when it starts to experience too much negativity, or being overstimulated and with too many challenges. Again, this burnout sensation that I mentioned with that 4 of Swords, it can start to foster a lot of negative belief systems about ourselves. So we have to be very careful of that, because again, all these swords saying something about the mental aspect especially, but this burnout can start to take effect into many aspects of our life. Not obviously the energetic, but also the mental and emotional. The things that we have to sit and deal with at the end of the day when we are alone in bed and we are playing through every scenario that has ever happened during this transition, and to really start feeling guilty or start feeling very negative about how we might have handled it or how we are handling it at this very moment, how we're incapable right now possibly of being able to cross those waters and to cross that transition and just be over it already. You might start calling yourself weak or that you're incapable or something like that, and all of that is not true. All that are just responses from the mind when we are overstimulated and we're overexhausted. So here it really is saying that something to release yourself from is any of these, any negative thoughts or limiting beliefs or negative belief systems that may come from your process of just transitioning from whatever it is. Because transitioning in any type of sense from a relationship or a new job or a new place or a new social situation, whatever it is, or even just, as I said, energetic or emotionally, just from the ups and downs of life, just to transition and go through that is more than enough. That we just have to, it's not easy. So we just have to accept it for what it is. But we also have to be kind to ourselves as we're going through it. We have to allow our minds to do what they do sometimes, to self-sabotage and to tell us illusions and lies. But we also have to combat that and balance that out with deeper truths about ourselves, about our situation. To say to yourself, listen, I am extremely probably exhausted from everything right now. Maybe I'm just really, really tired and I don't want to deal with anything. And you know what? I need some time to rest. I need some time to disconnect and to just have time for me. And you know what? That's fine. Do it. That's what this is all about. Knowing and listening to your body and not just the expectations of where you should be or what you should be doing. If you take care of yourself and you're just going through all these, going through the motions, to maintain the status quo, well then do it. And use the rest of your time to really focus on yourself, focus on your well-being, and to release any type of expectation or pressure from others or society or whatever it is to be something that you're not in this current moment. If you need time for healing, you need time for rest and relaxation, well then do it. No one else can tell you otherwise, because if that's what your body needs, that's what it needs. And something that needs to be expressed here, Eight of Wands here reversed, very similar to that Four of Swords, talking about exhaustion as well. The time is not to be spent right now possibly on focusing a lot of energy on the outward. Now may be the time to really use that energy to regenerate, to heal, to use it internally, to use it in ways that are that can help you relax and to honestly help you feel comforted and to make you feel safe and secure, as I said, with that Four of Swords. So in terms of, whatever transition you may be going through, if this does resonate with you, use that energy to take care of yourself as you continue to move forward. You will be moving forward regardless, because that's what time does, and you will continue to move forward. And your energies and your thoughts and everything that you are going through will become into alignment, but you have to take care of yourself as you go through this transition. If it is something difficult for you, make sure to honor your feelings, but to take the time to heal and to make yourself better. And to remove the illusion, to remove all of this. This is the Seven of Swords, it talks about lies and deceit. And the reverse, lies and deceits that we tell ourselves, that obviously stem from other people and expectations from society or culture or family, friends, whatever it is. Anything negative, anything that isn't part of who we are. Those are things that we internalize and accept from others, but it's not their life, it's your life. You're the one who is in charge of your body. You're the one in charge of your life and your well-being. So it is your responsibility to take care of that and to block out anyone else, because they don't understand what you're going through. They don't feel what you're going through. So honor your thoughts and feelings first, not theirs. So in terms of advice from your highest self, we actually have the Fool card right here. So I can almost see here, because this is kind of like, I can almost see with the wording here with the Seven of Swords, don't fool yourself also. Don't fool yourself into others' expectations, people's ideas of where you should be, of how you should feel. in life or whatever it is. Don't be fooled by them. Honor yourself. And also I see here, Fool card also means about new beginnings, etc., regeneration, kind of like a breath of fresh air. I can see this also, that if you give yourself the time to rest, you will embody this type of energy. The idea to feel renewed, to be reborn, to feel ready to start something new, a new path. This is going to be the transition that you will experience from these choppy waters. That when this boat lands on the other side, you'll be able to take on a new journey. But you will only feel this way if you take the time to heal yourself, to allow yourself to regenerate, to give yourself rest and relaxation, all those other things, to give yourself a peace of mind, really, throughout all of this. Life puts us through a lot of different emotions, a lot of emotional roller coasters, where we have the ups and downs of everything. And sometimes we have no control over that. The only thing we have control over is how we treat ourselves during those times when things are not stable. To take care of ourselves and make self-care a real thing, in order to really make sure that when those times are over, that we are still okay and that we can move on, actually feeling better about ourselves, and to have lightness in our emotional baggage, and also to have a new sense of self that we can rely on because we know how to take care of ourselves during the hard times. So let's look more into some of the oracle cards. Let's see what we got. Excuse me. Okay, so we got milk and honey here. Milk and honey. So honestly, this card, it talks about, feeling the abundance and feeling some type of, the joy of life once more. I can almost see here talking about taking time to have self-care and to relax and to allow yourself to heal. Something like this type of feeling of milk and honey. This is the splendor of life, if you will. So even though their outside world is like crap right now, do things for you that make you feel wonderful. Do things for you that make you feel good. This idea of milk and honey, this idea of feeling fulfilled, feeling satiated, feeling just complete in a certain sense, and also having a certain joy or sustenance in life that you can experience. So in terms of, allowing yourself to heal, this milk and honey type of mentality, to even though there's stuff going on in your life, that you can use your energy wisely, not to put it out there for other people to answer all that stimuli that's going on outside of you, but rather to turn that energy inward so that you can take care of yourself and allow yourself to heal. We also have the card blessed here, blessed. So here, blessed, and looking at this woman here, this fairy, she has her hands kind of in this prayer position. As I said, finding peace in your journey, finding peace through especially during the hard times, to allow yourself the space to experience that peace and to find it and see how it can exist during these unstable moments, to see that you are still blessed during these moments and why these moments are happening. So to feel blessed, especially during the hard times, that can truly shift your perspective and shift your mindset and start to make this transition go even faster, to reach that point of awareness across the other way, to reach it in a more expedited sense, and to ultimately feel this. The Fool card in the upright, this person does feel blessed. This person is looking up at the new day, that's dawned for him, and he's not looking at the challenges that are before him. He's not worried about them. He's willing to embrace life fully for what it is, and that includes the bad with the good. So again, taking time for yourself, it can kind of shift your mentality if you do feel exhausted in a certain way with a certain transition, just to realize that, I am blessed in my life and I provide that for myself. I provide the nurture and care needed for me at the times where I feel like I don't have it around me at this current moment. And I can make myself feel blessed by healing and loving myself. So let's look into another card, a word of wisdom. Serenity. What did I say about, peace, feeling peace with yourself in your journey? So truly finding a sense of serenity in your life, especially during those unstable moments. You create that for yourself. It's not something that's out there that you have to go searching for or whatever. It's a state of mind that you give to yourself. But you have to learn your limits. You have to know when your body is telling you, okay, I'm at my point of exhaustion. You know, I am at my limit right now. Anything more and I will reach burnout. So you need to listen and honor your body, honor those feelings, honor those thoughts. Again, releasing any type of expectation from others, drowning out all those voices so that you can start focusing your energy within, focusing your energy on yourself and not about trying to respond to others' expectations or stimuli. So in general, you know, looking at this reading right here, it talks a lot about finding peace while you're going through the tough times, to create that sense of peace, that space of peace within yourself first, so that it can help you move past all the tough transitions and that whole process, and that you can ultimately start to move forward completely. I love seeing the Fool card, especially. It's the first card of the major arcana, but it's card number 0. It can exist anywhere. You know, this idea of full potential, this idea of feeling light with no burdens. This can happen throughout any point in your journey, not just the beginning. So that's something to take into consideration here, to connect back to your most genuine self, your most purest self. And that you can find this sense of lightness whenever you want in your life. So yeah, I mean, in general, I see a lot of healing here. There's a lot of potential for healing if this reading did resonate with you. If you have been going through some type of tough transition or rocky transition, now's the time where awareness and this full moon in Leo is telling you, okay, you need to honor yourself, honor your body, remove any of the distractions from anyone else, and to focus your energy inward. Give yourself that milk and honey, that sustainability, that love, that sustenance that you need spiritually and probably physically too, so that you can feel blessed in your life. You can find peace and serenity in your life once more. Facilitate that healing with yourself. Don't expect it to come to you. Give it to yourself. Give yourself that healing and that love, because that is what will nurture you and make that transition much faster. So I hope this reading did resonate with you. There's a lot of potential again for healing, a lot of love and self-care that can be learned. If this did resonate with you, don't forget to give my video a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and to also click that notification bell for future videos. I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I really, really appreciate it. And I guess I will see you next time. Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye.